Welcome to Grow and Give, a modern victory garden project from Colorado State University Extension. We're here to help you learn to grow food for yourself, your family, your neighbors, and your community. Share the harvest. Keep it local. Pests of the vegetable garden. Spider mites. Spider mites are not insects. They're arthropods closely related to spiders, but they have a piercing, sucking mouth part, and they draw sap from the plant and can cause quite a bit of damage. They really love it when temperatures are hot and dry. This is when they get the most benefit out of the plant, and their populations can just take off and develop into really high numbers. The most important spider mite pest of the vegetable garden is the two-spotted spider mite. They feed by piercing, sucking, and as you can see in this photograph, if you look down to the plant underneath the two that are crawling across their webbing here, you can see that when they feed on the plant, they're removing chlorophyll at the spot of their feeding, and it causes these white flecks, this stippling of the plant. Because spider mite colonies can be large and their feeding can be so diffuse across the surface of the leaves, all these white spots kind of coalesce and it creates this kind of a bronzing or browning of the leaves because the chlorophyll has been removed. This makes the plant look dried out. Compounding this problem is that these spider mites have silk. They have webbing that they lay down between the leaves and the stem of the plant. And it is a characteristic of this silk to capture and hold on to small dust or dirt particles. This helps protect the spider mites from predators and also keeps the humidity down immediately around them. But the combination of the plant looking kind of dusty or dirty from that webbing and the bronzing of the leaves really fools gardeners into thinking that the problem with the plant is it just dried out and became the victim of a drought. But look closely, gardeners. Take a close look to make sure you can identify if there is that webbing. That's a telltale sign that spider mites are in the area. And many times you can actually see the spider mites themselves moving around the leaves or along the webbing itself. Because spider mite colonies can get so large and their feeding can be so heavy, be aware that they can seriously stress or even outright kill the plants that they feed on. They're a particular problem for raspberries and some of our other plants like beans. Control of spider mites can be a challenge. They've been a very serious pest of agricultural or home vegetable gardens for so long. We've thrown an awful lot of pesticides at them. And over the years, they developed a lot of resistance so that now the pesticides we go after them with actually doesn't hurt them at all. Instead, what it does is it kills off their natural predators. So instead, try to use their lifestyle against them. They prefer hot, dry conditions. So if you can keep the area immediately around the plants cooler, say through mulching and adequate watering, then that raises the humidity immediately around the plants. And this is something that they don't prefer. However, they can manage to get a toehold. So periodically syringe the plants off, give the plants a nice shower of water to knock the spider mites down, increase the humidity immediately in the area, and also cool that area through evaporative cooling from the water itself. If the spider mites are getting out of control, there are a couple of steps that you can take. Horticultural oil is an excellent choice for smothering the spider mites. Horticultural oil, such as a neem oil, when you spray it on an arthropod or an insect, it smothers their body and it closes off the spiracles or those openings in their body that they use for gas exchange that we think of as breathing. But if it coats the body of the arthropod or the insect, it smothers it. So neem oil is one choice. You could also go with a spinosad. Spinosad is a pesticide that is derived from the waste material of a soil microorganism. And when ingested, will cause the spider mites to have a catastrophic overdrive of their metabolism. These things that you can do can all come together for a good way to control spider mites in your garden. Learn more, grow more. Contact your local CSU Extension office.